I am Ashok Kumar Sharma, the chairman of People Welfare Foundation and the director of AK Study Center. I am Master Ashok, an international English faculty and faculty of GS and motivational trainer and business trainer and economics trainer. Today I am going to discuss on a topic. The name of that topic is human robot. Actually, this topic is of class 7 standard level of DAV class, DAV school. But the importance of this chapter is very much. Actually, not only the purpose on this topic of the discussion, that to discuss and clear about this topic. Actually, I want to clear it the importance of English and how should the students have the approach about English and how should students adopt the way of studying English. Actually, first of all, that just like topic of this, the human robot itself, it is a very comprehensive topic, and this topic has very depthness. Most of the students or maximum students have the complaint that they are bored while studying, and teachers, maximum teachers are unable to develop the interest inside of the students. Students are unable to mug up the story, students are unable to immerse the story, and students are unable to express. Actually, what is the importance and what is the motto purpose of studying chapters like of this? The motto of studying chapters like of this, like the human robot, is to develop the interest and develop the caliber of the expression to the students. Students should express themselves, and students can grasp or students can understand the comprehension or language of English, like so much sometimes complex language, so that they can express their view. No doubt the importance of this English, because English is an international language, not an international language, but actually it is adhering to the liberalization, privatization and globalization. While being on the globe or while being on human being or any creatures of this globe, there is some influence of the globe, like gravitational force. Similarly, there is influence of LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization. So impact of LPG to everybody. Then definitely this impacts to the students also. Howsoever career, howsoever application is being prepared by the students, or whatsoever students is going to do or anybody is going to do, but everybody is influenced by this phenomena LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization. And it will be clear, it will take time, that I am not going to discuss on this topic now. I will discuss on these topics in another times. But my focus is here to clear about these topics, the human robot. Actually, this topic, one question asked in the examination. First of all, that we have cleared the purpose of studying this chapter, the human robot or English, is that to develop the caliber in the students or to the human beings to express himself in language, in English language. So the central idea, the central purpose of this chapter is to develop the comprehension, the English skill of English. Along with this, many other moral or educational knowledge lie inside of this story. So I'll start this story from here, that the human robot is a story has been written by Ira Saxena. That first of all, it is most important to have the knowledge of the students, because in the examination or sometimes competitive examinations, questions asked about the writers and the authors. So question will be asked objective type questions, that who has written the human robot. That human robot has been written by the Ira Saxena. So mug up it in your mind, students. Ira Saxena has written the human robot. And what is the story of the human robot? That it pertains about the story of a robot, and what is the importance of robot in human life, or the importance and the quality of the robots in the modern life, and how robot influences to the life of the human, or what is good aspects and bad aspects inside of the robots or technology. This message is tried to be given to the students. that there is a personality, name of that person is Mr. Prem Chopra, who comes in this chapter. Mr. Prem Chopra was a cunning man, and by profession he was a thief. So, and Mr. Prem Chopra had a gang of thieves. So, Mr. Prem Chopra one times intended to buy a robot, and Mr. Prem Chopra went to the Super Robot Plaza. Actually, I am just jumping on these topics. If I will go so much details about these topics, that if I will go in details, then it will take 4 to 5 hours, and more details if I will go, then it will take 10 hours to complete it. But the students normally, what happens to the journal, what happens to the normal students, that normal students nowadays don't have this patience to adhere himself and to concentrate to the topics so much long times, because students desire or students demand is to have short types of the video. So this is one of the failure of the students, not competing and not just like commanding about the topics. This is some very vulgar and very ugly and very bad aspects to the students. The first of all, students don't want to follow to the seniors, and students don't want to follow thus nature of any topics and the caliber of this topic. So students must have patience to adhere and to hover to follow the topics and to continue sometimes so much long, because the longness of anything, then it cannot be sorted, and students would like to so much short and shortcut. So it is also one of the key to be a success. So to be success, students must have patience, must have to follow what, and must adhere, must hover till the end, till the story. So I am going to discuss that the Prem Chopra, a personality, he was a very cunning man, and by profession he was a thief. One time he went last robbery. Actually he just robbed last, and he got so much money. Then he intended to buy a robot. Actually he wanted to buy a robot to use in steering. So he went to a Super Robot Plaza, and he asked his question to the salesman. Then salesman graded him, welcomed him, and he introduced about the robots inside of the Super Robot Plaza. And he went to take Mr. Prem Chopra inside in a room, and when they crossed to the jam of that hall, and there were many robots were standing on the queue, and then salesman started to introduce about a smart robot, and one of the robots came there before Mr. Prem Chopra, and that robot greeted Mr. Prem Chopra. A robot in robotic style, in mechanically robotic style, robot greeted Mr. Prem Chopra. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Your coming is very worth here. Then the salesman introduced about that robot, the quality of that robot. That salesman told Mr. Prem Chopra that this robot is programmed to do normal and very sophisticatedly household works. This robot is programmed to clean the house and maintaining the house, tending the lawns, selecting the newspapers, selecting the TV channels, and this robot is capable to buy the groceries, and this robot can go to the market and to buy, to select some items and pay the bills. And these types of the special characteristics lie inside of the robot. And also the shopkeeper introduced the inbuilt discipline or principle inside of the robots, that the robot will not harm to the master, means the robot will not harm to the buyer, and second, that robot will not harm itself, and third, the robot will not harm to human being. So there three principles were described by the salesman, but the Prem Chopra went on to focusing only one principle, that the robot will obey his master, and the Prem Chopra had the intention to use that robot in robbery, in theft, and Prem Chopra did not give attention to other two instructions, and Prem Chopra agreed and showed his consentment to the shopkeeper and told, I have agreed, I would like to sign the agreement and acknowledgement of deed of the selling and purchasing, I would like to, then Prem Chopra agreed to sign on the deed of purchasing the robots and the norms of the robots. Then Prem Chopra purchased that robot and went to his home. Then first Prem Chopra went to the market and commanded to the robot to buy some groceries or like of these items. Then after buying the groceries, the robot paused for a while and paused for next command. Then the next command was given to the robot to select some mangoes, and some mangoes were selected by the robots. Then Prem Chopra commanded or gave the instruction to the robots to pay the money to the cash counter, and went to the robot to the cash counter and paid. After watching these works and jobs were done so sophisticatedly and quickly, Prem Chopra was very much influenced of that robot, and he thought that next times I will start using this robot. This robot can so quickly buy select mangoes, that why should this robot not steal and abide by my command to steal in somewhere precious antiques or like of these types of the articles. Then next Prem Chopra went to the market, went to take his robot to the Gopal jeweler, and just commanded to infiltrate inside of the shop, and commanded to that robot, you should not reveal the information, and you should not tell about myself that I am commanding you, I am commanding you, or I have given you command to steal. If you will reveal this secret, or if you will reveal the information about me, then I will just like disintegrate you, I will dead you, and I will harm you, I will just like finish your existence. This is the threat was given by the Prem Chopra to the robots. Then robots had taken this instruction and went on stealing so sophisticatedly that no shopkeeper could understand that. But in the meanwhile, one fruit vendor guessed that some antiques or some like precious jewels was missing, and one necklace was picked by the robot with so silently and chipped inside of the box, which box was lying just like on the back of that robot. Then this information that fruit vendor told to the shopkeeper and other guys there, this robot is stealing some antiques or some ornaments. Then this information went to the police station and to other jewelers and other shops in the market within no time. And there was alert in the market and in other shops and other jeweler shops and also in the police station, and they just like imagined that definitely in the next robberies will be done somewhere, and police were alert, and in some jewelers CCTV camera like split video recording cameras were set on and was on. And the next time Prem Chopra went to his robot to the Jhaveli brothers jewelers, and just like commanded to robot and commanded Mr. Prem Chopra to his robot to infiltrate inside of the Jhaveli brothers jewelers, and when the robot started stealing by the command of Mr. Prem Chopra, then the split video camera recorded within no time, and police came there and two people came there and caught to the robot stealing and saw the name of the owner on the nameplate, which was lying on the neck of the robot. And after watching this by the Prem Chopra after watching this by Prem Chopra on the binocular of him, Mr. Prem Chopra fled away from there, ran away from there, so that he could not be caught by somewhere. And this information went to the court, and the court summoned to the Prem Chopra to come to attend to the court, and Mr. Prem Chopra summoned to come to the court, and the police went and police arrested Mr. Prem Chopra at home. So there is a question, is also objective types of the question asked in the school examination, that you have to keep it in your mind that from where was Mr. Prem Chopra arrested. Then the answer will be Prem Chopra was arrested from his home, or Mr. Prem Chopra was arrested at his home. So this is also one of the question answer. Then Mr. Prem Chopra went to the court and hearing was started, but actually lack of evidence. There was no evidence, and the robots also one of the principle not to harm the his master, not to reveal the mystery of his master, and also his master means Mr. Prem Chopra commanded to the robots not to reveal. So on account of this, not revealing and not clearing the evidence, not clearing the message instructions, court was unable to prove Mr. Prem Chopra guilty, and Mr. Prem Chopra first times at the first glance was given the bail, and Mr. Prem Chopra was on bail and continuing for the proceedings and hearings, and fortnight the hearing and the proceeding went on, and there was a personality, Counsel Goyal. The Counsel Goyal went on asking question, went on giving emphasis to the robots and provoking robots to reveal the mystery, reveal the matters, who has behind of this, who has given the instruction to rob or to thief, and who has given the instruction to steal the goods. But after so much instruction, so much influencing, so much provoking to the robots, robot did not reveal the mystery, because there was three inbuilt principles inside of the robot, and on account of the abiding by disciplines by the robots, this was the special characteristics of the robot, not to reveal his master, not to harm his master, not to harm itself, and not to harm to human beings. These three principles robot went on abiding by, and hearing went on, that finally so many days it was not clear, evidence was not clear, so hearing went on, procedure went on, and it was not clear that who was behind of the robbery and who was behind of that theft. Finally, there was very strict condition, very harsh condition inside of the court. It was not clear, not proved that there was hand of Prem Chopra in the theft, and lastly lack of evidence. There was inside of the court very harsh condition, and finally Counsel Goyal went away with anger from there to take his file. But and also just like with event of this before, that on account of so much stress and so much provoking to the robot, finally robot taken the decision to disintegrated itself, not revealing the mystery and not harming anybody. The robot thought and robot had taken decision to disintegrate or to dead itself, and just it was happened that robot disintegrated and robot had been crashed, and finally lastly no conclusion, no any mystery was revealed there, and so much events and so much harsh events. Finally Mr. Prem Chopra himself just like felt guilty and accepted that there was connection and link in this robbery to him. So story comes to an end here, and there is no conclusion in the last stage, that after just like after agreeing by the Prem Chopra, actually court has given the bail to Mr. Prem Chopra. Prem Chopra was arrested, and otherwise Prem Chopra was sent to the jail. It was not clear. So story comes to an end here, that Prem Chopra felt guilty and Prem Chopra accepted the link behind that event. So story comes to an end. So this is the story, and also along with this other few questions also asked objective types of the questions to the students, that students must have to mug up and keep it in their mind that what was the first instruction are given to the robots, just like there were two options maybe for buying mangoes or for buying groceries. So in this event that buying groceries was the first instruction, and the next instruction was the buying mangoes. So this is the question, this is the answer, and also one answer, maybe one answer is here, that first times stealing by the robots, who has seen the robot stealing. That all options may be like jeweler shop owner or other guys or sometimes maybe the fruit vendor. So fruit vendor, that fruit vendor has seen the robot stealing. So this is the answers here, sir. And also like short questions in 30 words, many questions may be asked, that question like this, that there were three principles, that but what on principle only the Prem Chopra had interest, that Prem Chopra had interest only on the principles that the robot will obey his master. So this is the answer of that. And also questions, one questions may be asked, that from where did he get the Prem Chopra? From where did Mr. Prem Chopra get the money to buy the robot? Then the Mr. Prem Chopra got this money from his last loot to buy the robot. So this is the question. And one question also maybe, that what was the purpose to buy a robot behind this by Prem Chopra? So answer will be that the Prem Chopra had the intention to use that robot in robbery or theft. So on account of this intention, Prem Chopra went to buy the robot. What were those three principles inside of the robots? So answer will be three principles of those, that a robot will not harm to its master, and robot will not harm to self or to itself, or robot will not harm to human beings. These are three principles. So important questions will be asked in the examination. Important questions will be asked in the examination. But also there are number of a few jargons or important words which comes in this topic, like fluorescent means English to Hindi, fluorescent means Dedipyaman, and agility means so much furtila, agility means furtila, depthness means chaturai पूर्ण ढंग से. And these important jargons like curio means अनोखी कलात्मक वस्तुएं, like this, and sophisticatedly means बहुत ही बेहतर ढंग से, and precisely मतलब क्लियर रूप से, स्पष्ट ढंग से. Unscrupulous means who does not have the manner, and sometimes they are cunning. Unscrupulous. And also word cunning means धोखेबाज, मक्कार. And dabbed means हो गया दबाना, like just like Prem Chopra dabbed his face by his handkerchief. This word is utilized, dabbed his face by the handkerchief. जब पसीना आ रहा था प्रेम चोपड़ा को तो अपना जो है थोपड़ा वह दबाया था, तो dabbed. This word, these types of the word. Lawn means मलमल, and tending देखभाल करना, ध्यान रखना, ये सब चीज है, ये सब सारा वर्ड है जो बहुत सारा इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड है. और भी बहुत सारा वर्ड इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड है. ग्लिमिंग मीन्स चमकना, और भी बहुत सारा डिफरेंटली, और भी बहुत सारा इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स है. ये सारा और इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स है. तो वर्ड्स को बहुत सारे वर्ड है जो कि इसको मगा बिल्कुल इमर्स होना चाहिए. और इतना सारा स्टूडेंट के साथ भी समस्या कि इतना सारा वर्ड और बहुत सारे जटिल वर्ड्स को भी याद रखना बाद में लॉन्ग टर्म में याद नहीं रख पाते हैं. तो इसके लिए वो तभी लॉन्ग टाइम में वो इस वर्ड को याद रख सकते हैं जब वो सिस्टमेटिक पढ़ेंगे, सिस्टम से पढ़ेंगे, जब विद्यार्थी को यह तरीका पता होगा कि सही तरीका क्या है याद करने का और लॉन्ग टर्म में कैसे याद रख सकता है, तभी वो इस सब्जेक्ट के साथ जस्टिफाई कर पाएंगे. दिखने में तो बहुत ही जितना आसान लगता है उतना ही गंभीरता इस टॉपिक में है, और उतना सारा वर्ड को बाद में चल के एक साथ रखना दिमाग में थोड़ा सा चैलेंजिंग हो जाता है. तो पढ़ने के साथ सही सिस्टम से अगर विद्यार्थी पढ़ेंगे, इंटरेस्ट के साथ पढ़ेंगे ना, वो जो सही तरीका होता तभी वो कर पाएंगे. बहुत सारा इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड है जो विद्यार्थी को जानना चाहिए. जैसे निक नैक जैसा वर्ड है जो कि होता है केवल दिखावटी चीज होता है या केवल फोकस बाजी करना. निक नैक इस प्रकार का बहुत सारे वर्ड है जो स्टूडेंट्स को जानना चाहिए, समझना चाहिए, स्टूडेंट्स को मगअप करना चाहिए. और जो इमर्सिव मेमोरी स्टूडेंट्स डेवलप करेगा तभी स्टूडेंट्स विल बी एबल टू एक्सप्रेस हिमसेल्फ. एक्चुअली माय इंटेंशंस ऑन दिस टॉपिक्स टू मोटिवेट टू द स्टूडेंट्स, नॉट टू जस्ट लाइक एंड क्लियर about the concept of these topics, not to teach, and actually it cannot be taught. It cannot be taught just like by these short story and short videos to the students. Actually this chapter has taken depth, so much depthness that to clear this chapter it needs about 10 hours class to clear better and to make the students practice. What my motto is to motivate to the students. If the motivation will go to the students and the students will develop his interest, then the purpose of People Welfare Foundation will be complete and students will be get success. Actually our intention, the motto of our People Welfare Foundation, to make the students success in any competitive examination or school level examination or in their life. So हमारा People Welfare Foundation का उद्देश्य ही है स्कूल, कॉलेज, इंटर, ग्रेजुएशन, बीए, एमए, पीएचडी का पढ़ाई स्टूडेंट को कराना, विद्यार्थी को सक्सेस कराना. बैंक, पीओ, रेलवे, एसआई, इंस्पेक्टर, दरोगा, जज, मजिस्ट्रेट, कुछ बनना है, ये सारा चीज बनाना हमारा उद्देश्य है पीपल वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन का. तो हर प्रकार का वीडियो, इस सारा जीएस से संबंधित, ब्रह्मांड में जितने भी ज्ञान विज्ञान से संबंधित वीडियो है, सारा वीडियो पीपल वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन और एक स्टडी सेंटर के माध्यम से आने वाला है. चाहे वह हिस्ट्री का वीडियो हो, हिस्ट्री का जानकारी हो, इकोनॉमिक्स का जानकारी हो, नेशनल, इंटरनेशनल, इंडियन इकोनॉमिक्स, स्टैटिस्टिक्स, माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, बिजनेस स्टडीज, स्टैटिस्टिक्स, मोटिवेशनल वीडियोस एंड मोटिवेशनल बिजनेस ट्रेनिंग से संबंधित वीडियो, सारा वीडियो यहां पर आने वाला है. भारत राज व्यवस्था से संबंधित, इंडियन पॉलिटी, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, इंडियन ज्योग्राफी. Without the knowledge of geography, it is not possible to just like express and to justify about his subject. So every interdisciplinary subject, these subjects are interdisciplinary and all subjects are interdisciplined and interconnected. So even still many students and many teachers are unable to understand this. Without understanding this, that subjects are interdisciplined or integrated, and without clearing, without understanding about this respect, students cannot just like bring the expression and teachers cannot bring their expression. So expression, when the expression will start coming, then the motto of education will be completed till some extent. And when the motto of the education will be complete, then definitely the competitive exam success will come to run, and also success comes in many sectors. So, and along with this geography, science, mathematics, arithmetics, reasoning, personal development, English, spoken, business training, and junior level knowledge, school level knowledge, intermediate knowledge, graduation level knowledge, any competitive नॉलेज एंड राष्ट्रीय और अंतरराष्ट्रीय स्तर का वीडियो आपको हम दे रहे हैं. इंटरनेशनल लेवल का वीडियो, सारा जानकारी यहाँ पीपल वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन और एक स्टडी सेंटर के द्वारा दिया जा रहा है. और केवल डाटा ही नहीं, डाटा के साथ ही पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट, एक कंप्लीट गाइडलाइंस आप लोग को दिया जा रहा है. ये सारा जानकारी किसी भी एग्जामिनेशन का कॉम्पिटिशन में ऑब्जेक्टिव में लिखिए, 100% आपका सही होगा. इतना ही नहीं बल्कि सारे कॉन्सेप्ट आप किसी भी इंटरव्यू में, किसी भी बैंक, पीओ, रेलवे, दरोगा का इंटरव्यू हो, चाहे वह आईएएस आईपीएस का इंटरव्यू हो, इंजीनियरिंग का इंटरव्यू हो, चाहे गूगल, इन्फोसिस, पूरा वर्ल्ड में कहीं भी जाते, ये सारे बातें को, ये बात आप अपने थॉट प्रोसेस का हिस्सा बना सकते हैं, अपना विचार बना सकते हैं, हमारे विचार को जोड़ सकते हैं. केवल किताबी कीड़ा और किताबी ज्ञान ही आप लोग को नहीं दे रहे हैं. किताबी ज्ञान के साथ एक अलग कॉन्सेप्ट जो हमारा रिसर्च और अनुसंधान के बाद है, सारा जानकारी जो पीएचडी लेवल का, फिलोसफी लेवल का जानकारी आपको दिया जा रहा है. हर सब्जेक्ट का पीएचडी लेवल का जानकारी, उससे भी हाई लेवल का जानकारी आपको, इंटरनेशनल लेवल का जानकारी आपको दिया जा रहा है. आप इसको थॉट प्रोसेस का हिस्सा बना सकते हैं. बहुत ही हाई लेवल का जानकारी दिया जा रहा है. इसके बाद जानकारी और भी रिसर्च लेवल का हो सकता है. किसी भी दुनिया के यूनिवर्सिटी में जो पढ़ाया जाता है उससे भी श्रेष्ठ जानकारी आपको दे रहे हैं. और ये जानकारी, इसका जानकारी का 10% ही काफी है आपको किसी भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में कामयाब होने के लिए, किसी भी चीज में सक्सेस होने के लिए. तो बहुत सारा चीज है डिस्कशन करने के लिए. यहां इस वीडियो में इतना ही. और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने में बहुत ही संकोच करते हैं और घबराते हैं. और आपको समझना चाहिए कि ये YouTube चैनल आपको कामयाब बनाएगा ही नहीं, बल्कि YouTube चैनल हमारा एक स्टडी सेंटर और पीपल वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन नहा धो के पड़ गया है विद्यार्थी के पीछे। विद्यार्थियों को कामयाब करने के लिए, विद्यार्थियों को कामयाब करके छोड़ेगा ही। तो इसलिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। और ये चैनल नेशनल या इंटरनेशनल लेवल का चैनल है और इंटरनेशनल लेवल का चैनल होने वाला ही है। बार बार कह रहे हैं कि चैनल को अगर आप अभी सब्सक्राइब नहीं करेंगे तो बाद में आपको ढूंढ ढूंढ के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना पड़ेगा। तो बेहतर भलाई आपका इसी में है कि चैनल को अभी सब्सक्राइब करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और अपने बच्चे को बताइए, सभी को बताइए कि चैनल को पहले, सबसे पहले नहा धोआ के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, सब काम धंधा छोड़ के, क्योंकि ये चैनल YouTube चैनल हमारा एक स्टडी सेंटर और पीपल वेलफेयर फाउंडेशन आपको, स्टूडेंट को कामयाब बनाएगा, हर स्टूडेंट को कामयाब बनाएगा, वो भी फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। और मार्केट के चक्कर में ना पड़े। बहुत सारे जैसे राजनीति में जिस तरह से आज लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाया जा रहा है, एजुकेशन के जगत में भी बहुत सारे टीचर विद्यार्थियों को बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं, पढ़ाने का जगह गुमराह कर रहे हैं, खुद ही कुछ नहीं जानते हैं और वो अपने आप को नेशनल लेवल का टीचर साबित कर रहे हैं, बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं। उसमें खुद ही एक्सप्रेशन नहीं है, घंटा 20 लाइन वो इंग्लिश नहीं बोल सकते हैं, किसी चीज पर एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर सकते हैं। टूटा फूटा 2-4 चीज अगर पढ़ लिए उससे क्या होगा? कुछ मदद हो सकता है, अंतिम कामयाबी नहीं हो सकती, जीवन में सक्सेस नहीं हो सकता, आईएएस आईपीएस नहीं बनाया जा सकता है। आईएएस आईपीएस वही व्यक्ति बना सकते हैं जिसमें वो जुनून होता है और वो उस इंजन पावर हो, तभी वो बोगी को खींच सकता है। एक खटारा इंजन बोगी को नहीं खींच सकता है, चाहे वह कितना भी वह भांजे, कितना भी वह। इसीलिए बोला गया है कि बी अवे फ्रॉम निक नैक। इस वीडियो में इतना ही। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, बाद में और भी क्लियर करेंगे और विद्यार्थियों का मार्गदर्शन करेंगे। और जितने विद्यार्थी आप लोगों के लोग भटका रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे सारा चीज क्लियर हम कर देंगे और ये क्लियर होगा ही, क्योंकि क्लियर करना बहुत जरूरी है आपके कामयाबी के लिए, क्योंकि काम क्लियर तो करेगा अशोक सर। इस वीडियो में इतना ही। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए हो, एक बार फिर चैनल को बोल रहे हैं, चैनल सब्सक्राइब करो तुरंत। I am Ashok Kumar Sharma, the chairman of People Welfare Foundation and the director of AK Study Center. I am an international English faculty and faculty of GS, motivational business, motivational trainer and business trainer. Thank you very much. I am Ashok Kumar Sharma, the chairman of People Welfare Foundation and the director of AK Study Center. Jai Hind.